Ever since the end of the Civil War, the Confederate flag has been a symbol of oppression and hate against Black people. According to the article, Slavery in America, that same history and flag glorifies the 4 million African American slaves that had to endure slavery during that time period. Today I will persuade you that the Confederate flag should be outlawed because it is deeply immoral. I'm a credible speaker to this topic as I've done extensive research into what the Confederate flag truly means and stands for. My 4 main speaking points today are how the Confederate flag is a divisive symbol, it lacks respect for Black communities, it embodies non-ethical traditions, and how it is a main symbol for white supremacist and extremist organizations. My first point is how the Confederate flag is a divisive symbol. According to the Chief of Naval Operations, the banning of the Confederate flag is meant to ensure cohesion and preserve good order among soldiers. This has been a common act throughout all military branches, and is put in place to ensure that soldiers work together and don't let a flag that stands for white separatist ideals drive them apart. The flag also has the same effect on people such as myself and my peers. For proof, I asked 20 random Angelo State students, 10 Black, 10 white, their thoughts and views on the Confederate flag. Overall, 16 of the 20 students viewed the Confederate flag as racist and oppressive, while the other 4 viewed the Confederate flag as heritage and as their own heritage and Southern pride. I was not surprised to learn that those 4 students were white, however. My next topic will be how the Confederate flag holds a lack of respect towards African American communities. In an article written by Dan Garland on June 11, 2020 for Sports Illustrated, Bubba Wallace, one of the few Black NASCAR drivers, finally took a stance against allowing the Confederate flag into any NASCAR events. Bubba detailed how he was inspired and horrified by the Ahmaud Arbery case of a Black man running down a neighborhood and being shot to death, and how that instance inspired him to finally take a stance against an issue that had been weighing heavy on his heart for a while. He explained how the flag has always made him uncomfortable and has never displayed respect towards people like him or other people of color, and only holds separatist ideals high. Another study by Dr. Robert P. Jones in an article written by PRRI Research concludes that 80% of African Americans view the Confederate flag as racist and disrespectful to our culture. My third point is how the flag embodies non-ethical traditions. According to John M. Koski, in an article titled "Embattled Banner," he explains how the flag's meaning is intertwined with its deep history of slave owning, oppression against Black people, and racism. The Confederacy fought against slavery, and even after the war, the flag represented white ideals and separation of races. The flag was never meant for unity and has always embodied unethical ideals such as slavery and the oppression of Black people. My last topic is how the Confederate flag is a main symbol for white extremist groups. In an article titled "Taking Down the Confederate Flag," published by Facing History and Ourselves, it displays cases of white extremists committing horrible acts and having strong ties to the Confederate flag. For example, a 21-year-old white man shot and killed 9 Black worshipers in a church in Charleston, South Carolina. The gunman later stated he hoped to ignite a racial war between whites and Blacks. Investigators also learned he had a detailed past with racial with racist beliefs and had posed multiple times with a Confederate flag. In conclusion, I have persuaded you with concrete evidence of how the Confederate flag is unethical through it being a divisive symbol, it having lack of respect for the African American community, it embodying unethical traditions, and it being a main symbolism for white extremist groups. I've given you the evidence that the flag is immoral. I now hope that after my speech, you feel strongly against the Confederate flag and everything that it stands for. Thank you.